This game is like no other. It's one of the best survival games I've ever played. On the surface, it looks like Minecraft. However, it couldn't be more different. Everything is so much more complex, more threatening, but so much more rewarding. The goal is to survive and hopefully make it to the next spring. Winter is incredibly dangerous and food is limited, so you have to prepare. This is the start of our journey. So welcome back. Don't mind me just chilling out on the throne. So last video we did a ton of work to the throne room. I am super happy with it. However, it still needs a lot of work. More detail up here for sure. I'd like to mix this with a bunch of cobble as well. Kind of like what I did for down there. Little guardrails could be cool here, but I'm not sure about that. We might do it. I think that the staircase could also look cool with a little guardrail. Maybe something that connects it to the bottom here. But I didn't want to cover this up. The walls, I swear I need to make them deep slate. We might be trying that today because I think it might just make this place look a lot better. A little bit more black, so what we might have to do is add more trim to this. Some cool designs, I don't know. We'll have to see about that. However, this is basically all I have left, so we're definitely gonna need some more white brick. Not even to mention that I did say that we're gonna be building this back part today. I hope that's true. I think it's true, but that means that we need a ton of white brick here. I think we should be fine on granite. However, we'll grab a tiny bit more. Glass is something that we'll probably need, and we definitely need some more pine logs. I wonder if our big tree is done. I haven't checked on that in a while. Oh, okay, it seems like it's done. You know, I did make a new axe. I guess it's time that we get to test it out. So let's go find a bed. Man, I need to place beds in here. That way I can just sleep. That might be something that we do, just add a bunch of beds to these houses. Also, it would be super cool if I could get them all lit up. Like, look at this one, that is way too dark. If the village was lit up, it would look so much better from the lake. So I definitely want to get that done. I mentioned it last video and I thought I was going to do it then, but that throne room took way longer than I thought it was going to. Ooh. Okay, that's coming along nicely. But anyway, let's head upstairs and let's go to bed. And we're up. Can I see the tree? No. Alright, let's head out. We're gonna have berries soon, which I definitely need to harvest them all this year. Last year I kind of slacked on that. Wait, look at this. There's a bunch of fruit. Ripen 20 days. Yeah, we're going to be harvesting all that as well. And it would be cool if I can learn how to graft. Apparently, I can turn these into way more. And I want to definitely be doing that. Of course, there's a portal here. That's fine. Ooh, I see some having grown. Okay, we'll mature in about 1 day. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it alone for 1 day. We're going to come right back to it, though. So what I'll do for today is we're going to go look for some blue clay. But first, we need to grab some food. Remember, daily quota, 2 pies a day. At least. I'll grab 3, even though we gotta eat 1 right now. Grab all that. Eat. I have my arrows. Got a nice new shovel. So, let's head out. We're gonna go get some clay. I had some pretty good luck in this direction, so I think we're gonna go there again. Look around and see if I can find any big patches. See, like this over here is perfect. This is where I would normally expect to find a bunch of clay. Just find a bunch of water and little patches of it. Wow, this area is really nice. Look how flat it is. Man, I should have built my base over here. Whatever, not something I have to worry about. I need clay though. I'll have a better look from up here. Unfortunately, I don't see any clay, which is a bit of a shame. I will be checking that out. Wait, what is that? Oh, I didn't even see that. Well, we'll check that out too. Ooh, a cow. Hey dear, I'm not after you today, sorry. Or you're welcome. You probably don't want me to be after you. Nothing there. Man, you know what I really need to do? Is go exploring and see all these better ruins. I just have so much base work I want to get done before the winter. I like how it just became summer and I'm already worried about the winter. But it's true. I don't want to be stuck without the clay. Huh. There was absolutely nothing here. If I can get the majority of the base work done, then we'll have plenty of time to go run around and do some exploring. So that is in the plans for very soon, because we do have the ruin mod, and I know it can add some insanely cool stuff. Apparently, from what you guys tell me, which I didn't even know about, is add some like dungeons. Think about the archives. But from what you guys tell me, apparently it's so cool and it could even be better than archives. So it's safe to say I want to try that out. Ooh, I see a fruit tree over there. By the way, I am looking for ebony. I realized I haven't seen any ebony whatsoever. And that is something I really want to look at. See if I can incorporate it into the base at all. Or either way, just have it. So if I want to, I can. That would be insanely cool. Oh, I'm pretty sure I walked on that. Hold on. Oh yeah, there is blue clay. How did I miss that? Now I'm wondering how much clay I walked over just to get to here. From what I can tell, it seems like a really big patch. So hopefully, it'll be the only searching I gotta do today. At least enough to get part of the base done. Oh yeah, there's a lot now that I'm cutting down all this brush. All the way from over here to over here-ish. It just keeps going over here. Oh my, it goes up there. Yeah, so to here. To all the way over here. That should be quite a bit. Well, with that being said, let's get digging. Okay, I dug up all the blue clay. This place was pretty massive, but I think it was a bit smaller than last time. But I do have an inventory full of bricks. We're starting to stack up fire clay, that's for sure. But it is becoming nighttime, so we're gonna try to make it home in the dark. I don't see that causing any issues. We're just gonna wing it and run back. So wish me luck. And we're back. That tree looks so much more scary from the backside when it's dark. Just blocks out the sky. Oh, okay, there's a portal. Oh god! Look at all those bowthorn. You see what I'm saying? They spawn in like threes now. I'm telling you. I swear that spectator cam makes this place so much more dangerous. Oh god. No thank you. No thank you. Yeah, the spectator cam is still over there by the blue clay, which is funny. So I don't know why it would increase all the spawns. But you can see everything has been spawning like crazy. Oh, he hit me from there. Yeah, where I would normally see like one dude, I'm seeing like 4. It has been kind of nuts. Luckily, I haven't had to deal with too many of it. But when I was building that village, you can see in the video where I was fighting off hordes. And yeah, it's been kind of nuts. But we're back. I got all the bricks. We're going to go lay it down and get that burning. Might be ready for the morning. Quickly before those guys show up and start shooting me in the back. Let's get it filled. Okay. There's one full kiln. I swear I just heard a bowthorn. Hello? Who's out there? Probably in a cave. That's what I'm gonna tell myself to make myself feel better. Anyway, let's start filling this one up. And there we go. Wow, I filled up both of those with only 18 more bricks and a stack of blue clay. Oh god, I knew there was a bowthorn. Alright, screw you, I'm leaving. I need to get some firewood anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's like 4.5 stacks per kiln. So 1, 2, 3. We'll just cut this up and that should be plenty. Okay, let's dodge the bowthorn and let's get these filled up. Then tomorrow we should have a bunch of white bricks to work with. And there we go. Let's light and light. Oh, there's the bowthorn. Of course there's a portal there. And look, there's a shiver. Stop shooting me. The village, it's so dangerous. Well, outside the walls. Can you shoot me from there? I don't think so. There's another. Oh god! Why? Why did you wait so long? Yeah, this is why we need walls. Then light up everything in the walls. Oh, I have a bunch of granite slabs. Maybe I don't need to go quarry some. However, we're probably gonna need a lot. But I think we have some already. Pretty sure of it. I think we have some here in a box. Granite ashlar blocks. Oh yeah, it's just a full block. So we have like 10 stacks of that in this box. Something like that. Not too bad. Oh my god, now I'm getting hit over here. 2 drifters. Are we about to have a storm? Is that what's happening? You guys are acting up today. I shall hide until morning. You know, what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna harvest all these cattails. I haven't done that forever now. Also, we should harvest that honey. Yeah, we'll be doing that. We're just trying to buy some time until that can be done and my trees. I need both to go start building. Oh yeah, this is the life. Do I even need cattails that much anymore? I don't really think so, but I'll take them. I'm a loot hoarder, okay? I can't be stopped. And there we go. Do I even want to go for the ones that are behind that forest? I feel like it's a bit dangerous over here. Yeah, it certainly is. My cattail farm's right there. Yeah, we're gonna leave that for now. Well, you know what I could go do? Is I could go get a bunch of lanterns. By that I mean I need a bunch of copper. Should be easy enough. So let's place that down. Do I have any copper? No. I've got plenty of iron though. If I ever needed it, I know where to get it. So yeah, let's go get some copper. I'm gonna grab this. I don't think I need it. Hold on. I need ladders. Where are the ladders? Okay, here they are. That'll do. We're just gonna go to another one of these. and just dig straight down. Hopefully that works out again. I don't know how long that's gonna continue to work, but we'll try it. Walking on this path over here with all these buildings is just amazing. It makes it look 10 times better. Now that it's just not a hill with a bunch of trees, but we need to expand it. After we get done this building, I'm gonna add some other buildings there, like that windmill I want. I believe it should be like behind that building. We'll make it nice and tall, stuff like that. Maybe some other stuff. I definitely plan on working on these very soon. I might even replace that cobble. It looks a little bit bland with them all being the same color. I thought that was a good idea at first, but I can definitely see us changing it in the future. It also needs some chiseling, that's for sure. In due time though, but this base is the main priority for me right now. Well, anyway, let's go get that copper. Oh my. I almost just fell right into that. Whatever. Yeah, it definitely dug down right here, right? Yup. There's the ladders. So we're gonna go one over, like here-ish. Maybe even one more over. Yeah, we'll do one more over, like right here. This will be a good spot. So let's dig down, and hopefully we find something. Oh, I didn't even go that far. See, dude, that method works every time, I swear. Just dig in the middle of the chunk. It's so quick that way, too. If it doesn't work, you just move to the next one. Alright, well, because I know that copper isn't gonna play nice, and it's not gonna be one big chunk, and it's gonna go venture off into every direction, it doesn't need a time lapse. So I'm just gonna grab a whole bunch. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I think that's plenty. About 2,500, 3,200, 2,500 again, and 420 plus. Can't forget the extra 40. So hopefully that'll be plenty of lanterns. We can get those up, throw it in the village, and a couple in the extension that we're about to build. Also, the throne room could use some. We might have to make more, but it's a start. If my math is correct, that should be able to make like 40. That is probably so wrong. We'll see though. Oh yeah, still not done. I'm really waiting on that right now. I pretty much have 0 pine left. We're gonna need some pine for that. Plus, I really just want to cut down the big tree. I'm really curious. I'm definitely gonna back up my world before I cut it down. I have a feeling that it might crash it. And if it doesn't, then the next time definitely will. Because we're gonna make this thing like 3 times as big. Basically, the goal here is to keep doing this until we make a tree big enough to crash the world. Of course, I will do a backup before I crash the world. And then from that point on, we can never cut it down. And it'll be like a giant monolith to my base, the big tree. How's the fruit doing? 18.6 days. Hey, by the end of this video, I expect to be able to collect it. Ooh, some of the berries are here. Not quite all of them. By the way, I downloaded another mod, and it has to do with the fruit press. So now when we're pressing it, it should be ever so slightly easier. So when you turn it once, it should get it all, so I don't have to keep turning it like 3 times to get everything out of it. I think that'll be cool. Nothing too big, but pretty nice. So what I'm gonna do until the big tree is ready, and my brick over there, wow, that definitely caught on fire. But yeah, I'm gonna be smelting all that copper down. It's gonna take me a little bit, that's for sure. But we'll be able to get a whole bunch of lanterns, and that will be very nice. So I'm gonna get to work, and I'll see you in a bit. So welcome back. I got all the plates ready. I made some candles. I don't think I have enough candles, but I don't have any more wax. We're gonna have to start harvesting bees ASAP. We should be able to make quite a bit of lanterns. So let's start that now. Oh wait, I had 1 extra candle. I thought I needed more. Wow, my math is so bad. Anyway, we got 43, and we should probably set them up. Hold on, let me grab some dirt. Oh yeah, one last thing I need to mention is I did make some more molds. I'm trying to speed this up because this is becoming a reoccurring thing. So now this is an extra 20. This is 22. So now we can make 20 plates at a time. But yeah, I think I need more. Basically, I just want to fill up this entire room. Be able to make like 50 lanterns at a time. That would save me so much effort. But we'll probably do that later. Right now, here's the plan. I want to get at least 1 lantern in every single house. Some of them already have them, and I'm not sure which ones. Oh. Hey dude, how's it going? I'm just gonna place that and go by. Are you dead? He's not even moving. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Are you okay, little buddy? Even the drifters are depressed. What have I done? I hope a mod isn't doing that. I'm gonna leave him be. Hey, you just stay there, buddy. Oh, another portal right there. Nobody in here. One there, and screw it, one there. This one definitely needs some. Get one up here, and there. And I think we're good for the inside of each of these. We didn't need too many, but now what I want to do is I want to place one like under here, but we're going to wait until nighttime so I can see exactly what we need. Either way, what I just did right now should make this a lot brighter. But yeah, we'll just hold on to them. Maybe do a little bit more. Like up here, this is a big building. This one could use some more. One there and one there. So yeah, when it becomes nighttime, we'll do even more under the roofs. It makes it look really nice. Plus, we need some streetlights. That would be really nice. Like one right there would be cool. Maybe one right there. Maybe one over there. One right here would be cool. Maybe here. Maybe right here. Wow, there's so many portals. Anyway, it's starting to get to the time that we can work on this. Let me grab some blocks. We can start to map this out a tiny bit. I'll build it with you guys this time. We'll do some general workshopping on it before I get to a time lapse. I think that sounds like a good idea. I need to get up here first. Luckily, it's not too hard. Can I jump over? No. Definitely not, but come on. No. Okay, place there, and there. So, this is the middle. I think what the plan is, this side over here is going to have a big staircase. I don't know how big it's going to be, but I think the first stair is going to be like right here. Then the second one's going to be right here. Of course, the third one. It needs to go about this far. So this right here should tell me about how high the building's going to go. As it turns out, very high. Yeah, so about this tall. Wow, this is going to be a tall building. Luckily, I don't think it's going to be as difficult to build as like this building over here. It's going to be semi-flat. It's just going to be big stone walls. So it should be semi-simple. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more ashlar. Now that I'm looking at it from up here, I'm like, wow, this is going to be a lot of blocks. I have decided that it is going to be longer this way. So it's going to go pretty far back there too. Basically, it's my endgame base. I never want to have to move out of here. It's going to be the last place that I set up shop in. I want it to be massive. I want it to have giant windmills on the top, which are going to start from like this height, maybe even taller, and go up the same amount of blocks as that one. So it's going to be really tall windmills. We're going to be harnessing all the wind power. A massive storage. I want a massive cooking room. And we're going to start using expanded foods too, so that's going to require a bunch of stuff and a lot of room to make that happen. So yeah, this needs to be quite big, and it's going to be expensive, but I think I at least have enough blocks to get some sort of frame up to see what I'm going to do here. So imagine these two as our main doorways. I want it to come out. I'm probably going to have it follow this corner, so this will still be the corner of this base, and this can be the outer wall. So I think the ashlar needs to follow this wall right here, and we're going to bring it out a whole bunch. Yeah, I think about here should be good. That's going to be massive. Then it's going to take a sharp turn right here. And it's going to go all the way around. Yeah, I don't need to fill this all in. We're just going to go over here and then place a block. So, right here, I think. Yeah. Imagine that's all filled into here. Then the idea here is I'm going to do something like this. So we'll have a semi-thick corner here. Maybe we can taper it off like that, so it looks a little bit smoother. And I would do the same thing on here too, by the way. So big block like that, then small block like that. This slab looking block would go all the way to that corner, and then I would do the same thing on that side over there. We're gonna build this up. I think this should go as tall as that right there, maybe. Or maybe I make it as tall as that. We'll do an extra 3. I think that might have been too much. Hold on. I think I'm also going to have pine logs here. So it's going to have a little pine frame. Oh man, this is a pain. It's just tall enough that I can place it, but not fast. Okay. So that height right there. Let me bring it out just a bit. We can completely fill this in. There we go. I need to go grab my pantograph. By the way, we're going to have to make another pantograph at some point. Maybe during this build. It's cheap and I got plenty of steel, so it's not that big of a deal. But holy crap, we're burning through steel tools now. Okay. So do something like this. Copy it. Then we can paste a whole bunch. So imagine something like that. And obviously this will go all the way down there. Then we can come up. We want it to do something like this. Like that. Although I wish it had a little bit more of that. I feel like that's not enough, right? Alternatively, something I really do like is what I did right here, and I did that. So what I might end up doing is do that here as well. So hold on. Copy that, then paste it all the way up. Get that in as well. I think that looks super cool. We can have that go down a bunch. We can do a bunch of these all the way down to that side. And that right there might even be some white trim. I think that could be cool. This is about 1.5 blocks. And so is that. Oh yeah, I think that looks super cool. And imagine it doing the same thing over here. So it's gonna do that all the way over to that side. And it's getting dark. What I could even do is I could just make it a little bit thinner. Oh, there's a drifter. You shown up to die, huh? Anyway, we could make it a little bit thinner and that might work a little bit better. So let's copy that. Oh. Get rid of that. And then paste that. Then I need to fix the trim up a bit. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Even though some of the trim is a bit off. There's a boat horn shooting at me, so we gotta leave. But I think that looks pretty cool. I can't get too far back because of the light, so we're gonna head home. We're just gonna go to bed, then we'll come back. So let's go upstairs and sleep. And we're up. Oh yeah, real quick. Let's go grab the white brick. If we're trying to get an idea of what we're gonna do, then this would probably be a good time to grab it. So did it work? It did. Okay, sick. Let's pick it all up. And there we go. Yeah, that's plenty. I think that should be more than enough to get this built. I don't think it's gonna require that much trim. At least I'm hoping anyway. By the way, look at the cabbages. They're gonna be done soon. Can't wait for that. Now, where did I put my mortar? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's get a whole bunch of blocks up. As many as we can for now. There's a bunch of stacks. Oh, can I finish it? Oh, do I have enough? Basically. Alright, well, we got plenty. So, that being said, we're gonna be replacing a lot of this with some white brick. Hopefully it's easy to paste. Let's see, when I do that. Okay, yeah, that worked out just fine. Do this side as well. Copy, paste it. We're gonna have to do this trim as well. And this one. Okay, so imagine that. The inside of all this will have the white trim. And in the middle here, maybe we'll have some sort of window. So it can be like that tall or something. It'd be cool if I could somehow make that a fence, but I doubt that's gonna work out too well. Yeah, definitely not, but I could do some sort of trim on a window. I think that could also look super cool. Maybe we'll have like a window here with some sort of slate in the middle of it, making it kind of look like the LED panels, but with a white trim. I think that would look super nice. But imagine that right there going all the way across here, and I guess this would be my roof. Which I think that's fine, that's pretty tall. Remember, for the first floor, this alone would be a really big room. But it's gonna be split up into multiple rooms. Like back here will be a big staircase that goes up. It's gonna be an L turn and then meet up in the middle. And then we'll have another big room up here with another door that leads to a giant room up here. And it's gonna have this massive window. But it's not even gonna be a window because I'm not placing any panes. It's just gonna be open. This giant open arch right here. And it's going to have a big balcony that comes out here. So we're probably going to have to remove this. And that's going to be basically the main room. So yeah, there's a lot of work. Hopefully you guys can follow along at least a little bit. It's hard to explain my overall vision here. But yeah, this is what we're going to get started on. It should be relatively simple and easy. Definitely going to cost a bunch. And we're going to need a lot more ash layer. But we'll try to do this first layer. So that being said, guys, I'm going to get to work. We're just trying to fill out this entire first layer. I'm probably going to throw all the lanterns down, to be honest. I don't want anything spawning inside of here. Well, anyway, I'm going to get to work. See you in a bit. Hey, so welcome back. As you can see, I did a lot here, and I've burnt up a lot of my materials. My pantograph is almost broken. I did do this, and I really like it. We're gonna have to expand on it, and we definitely need some more white brick. I do like how that's a little bit thicker at the top. It more resembles this, which it definitely needs some work. I'm thinking it's gonna also be like this, so it won't be so blocky. There goes that lantern. So imagine something like that. I shall put that back down. And at the top here, I plan on doing something as well. So let's just place that right there for now. I'm more or less thinking of something like this on the top of each of these. So it's basically an upside down staircase and it'll be able to hold up something. And I'm gonna have a little lip around this that just comes out a bit. Maybe I can keep it right here. So it could be something like that that comes out and it goes all the way around this. I think that would be pretty cool. We're trying to give it a little bit more texture and depth. What? A freaking goat! I haven't seen an animal around my base in so long. I'm looking around for more. Okay, the vintage gods have spoken. I need to go get him. Let's go grab a cage real quick. This is happening. Also, I do need to go check on my other animals. You guys said that apparently each of my animals over there, like the pigs and the cows and stuff, it takes about 10 portions for them to mate. I think I gave them 16. I'm guessing you mean 10 each, because then we'd be about 4 off. So yeah, I need to continue to feed them, because there's no babies yet, but soon. Let's grab one of these, and we're gonna run back and get that goat. Ha, I didn't finish that either. Whoops. I'm sure a lot of this needs retouching up, stuff like that. We'll probably get to it. Where did the goat go? Goat? Are you inside? Oh, there he is. Get him! You're not going anywhere! Come here. Come here. Nope. Come here. Come here. Get in there! God. Get in! I feel like I should have shot him. He's having trouble escaping though. It's like a giant pen. Oh god. Get over here! Get inside the freaking box, dude! No, no, no. This is so much harder than it looks. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't think he can jump, can he? He must be able to. Come on. Come on. Come on. No. Okay. Watch him climb that. Yes, see, he's having a hard time. Come on. Come on. Oh, I got him. Oh, everybody. Say hello to Billy. He's our new goat. I need to find a place for him. Oh, you know that tree's done? I think that's the next thing that we're gonna go do. But I gotta go back up my world. For now, you shall go right here. And we'll make a new little home for you very soon. Ooh, most of the flax is almost done. And I assume this is done? Yes. Alright, let's pick it up. Come on, give me seeds. I only got 3 seeds out of that. That's a bit wild. Oh, wait, I shouldn't plant today. I didn't get a seed from that. Crap! Okay. Don't destroy them. That's a big setback. And the cabbages, they last for 37 days. Supposedly, they're really good in pies. So that's the plan. We'll just put those in there for now. Yeah, I was expecting seeds from that, to be honest, but whatever. Oh, the berries are done too. I don't immediately see any drifters. That's good. This definitely looks completely done. I don't see any seeds, any saplings, nothing. So let me go back up my world and then we're going to cut this down. Oh, I'm back and so is the shiver. Let's get him out of here real quick. Okay, one shot him. Oh man, it's so nice when you're over here. You can't even hear the rain. For now, I'm just going to place these. Maybe that'll keep me safe. Who knows? And I definitely picked a bad day for this. Wait, did I never plant one right here? No. There was supposed to be a tree right here. No. Well, I think we just gotta do it, but that's gonna screw up a lot. Whatever. Where's my good axe? And let's get cutting. Well, it's going pretty quick. It's definitely taking a bit, but it's not too bad. Please don't crash your computer. I just want a lot of wood, please. Oh my. Did none of that cut? Was there a limit? Oh, yeah. Very low FPS. Oh, yeah. Yeah, couldn't cut past that. Okay. So I guess there's a limit. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this real quick so I remember where it was. Jeez, the lag. Oh, what a shame. I was expecting one cut for the entire super tree. But whatever. We now know what it is. And we won't cut past this. And from now on, whenever we grow, this will be the top layer. It's gonna be a pain to remove all the stuff at the top, but whatever. Let's collect it all, see how much we can get. I also like how none of the leaves disappeared. Do I just burn it down? Because that is gonna be a pain to remove. Oh, the FPS is coming back to me. Okay, there we go. This is all the wood that we got. I collected it all. That is still a lot. However, now we gotta deal with this. I think at the end of the day, what I should do is burn it down, to be honest. Don't even have my torches on me. Yeah, that's just a lot of effort that I feel like is unnecessary. By the way, I got 0 sticks, 0 seeds from that, simply because all the leaves stayed. Okay, we're gonna attempt to burn it down, however, it's raining. We'll do it a different day, when it gets more clear. Now the question is, where do I store that? We got some space in here. By the way, look at all that resin. Alright, that's filled up. The resin can go in there. I guess we'll start putting in these boxes. That'll do. Okay, well, my dream of big tree has been ruined, and there's not much I can do about it, but hey, it was good to know. Later I'll count up how many I can actually put on there. I'd be very interested in knowing, and maybe we'll just set up multiple of those. I can think of a couple patterns that might work out for that, and I'd be interested in having like some sort of dome with that, the tree dome, but that's a later issue. But I just wanted to talk about this real quick. We did a lot here, even though it looks very bare bones and it doesn't look like we did a lot. There was a decent bit here, it's just really big, and this costed way more than I thought it was going to, especially since this right here isn't the same block as this. So it's double what it should cost. But yeah, that's fine. I know the top section is definitely going to need it. I was also thinking about adding some up there. Maybe that trim right there gets replaced with it, which that'll be a bunch. So yeah, we're gonna need some more brick. I feel like another adventure is coming. No way this is the only progress I'm gonna get on this today. So that means tomorrow we're gonna head out and we're gonna get some more blue clay. That way we can continue our work on this. By the way, it definitely needs some more color. I'm thinking about how I can add some of that. That would definitely do it. A little bit more pine logs. The problem is, even though this looks like a block, it isn't. So I can't just place one here. And pine logs are really tricky because the inside is not the same texture as this. So if I try to chisel it, it's going to look really weird. So I'm not entirely sure what I can do about that. So alternatively, I could try doing a different kind of block. Maybe I add a bunch of black to here, like a bunch of slate. So you come to think about it, if each of these right here, like these little pillars, if that was slate, it would definitely fix that. That could be really cool. That would add some contrast, definitely. And it might be something that we do. I'll have to think about it for a bit. But first, we need to go to bed and get some blue clay. So let's go to sleep. And we're up. I should have plenty of food on me. And my shovel's doing fine. So let's head out one last time to go get some more blue clay. What I'm probably gonna have to start doing again is doing this in between recordings. Just get like an entire double chest full. Okay, we're fine. Just get like an entire double chest of creamy bricks. The one problem with that is the seasons, and if I did that, we'd be halfway to next winter. I mean, to be fair, it's already June. So it might even be winter by the time I checked in with you guys, so that's the issue there. Because not only do I need to go find it, but then I gotta kiln it all, then I gotta get it crafted, I need a bunch of mortar, which, yeah, that's something that I need to go work on before we start making more, because I'm fresh out of mortar, so we're gonna have to go get some more lime. I really like the white bricks, but I wish I chose something a little bit easier. It's such a darn expensive material to work with, especially when we're building on such a large scale. But hey, it'll make the building that much more special, and I guess that's all that matters. Oh! Here we go. That's blue clay if I've ever seen it. It's in a very weird pattern with a little bit of water going in it. By the way, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You just hop around these little marsh areas. It's so common. It's my #1 go-to way of finding this stuff. But anyway, let's start picking it up. Okay. Alright, I just got another full inventory clay. I can't even pick it all up. Yeah, we're gonna come right back here. Basically, the plan is to depot and then come directly back here because there seems to be a lot left. Hold on. Yeah, we got all this to get. And it goes all the way to here-ish? Yeah. So that is definitely worth coming back for. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go depot this at the house and then come right back. Okay. I just went back to the base and I stored all the blue clay that we just got here. Oh god, oh god, oh god, there's a shiver. Yeah, there is a portal here now. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Oh, there's 2 portals here. Damn it. Anyway, we should be good to get a whole bunch more. Even though I have a feeling I'm going to be hitting the back a lot. So anyway, let's try to make this quick. And let's try to not die. I don't have any healing on me. That's wonderful. Anyway, let's get to digging. Alright, I think that's all of it. Wasn't as much this time, but it was still a lot, so that's good. Nothing else came to attack me. That was quite nice. And yeah, everything has been removed. I should probably loot this guy real quick. And nothing. I kind of expected that. Another portal. Jeez. There is a trader over here. Another portal. That's like 4 portals in that little tiny area. That is crazy. Okay, what kind of trader are you? Survival goods supplier. And he's selling husbandry books. Yeah, so nothing great. Oh man, I would love an apron. That poncho would also be kind of cool. Maybe one day. Another portal? Or was that the one I was just yelling about? It might have been. By the way, look how cool this looks. The aged ashlar blocks. Ooh, a vessel. Yeah, I might have to get a mod that lets me make all the aged blocks. I know of one, so I might end up doing that because that just looks so cool. Imagine adding that to the base, just here and there, to break up some of the texture of my slate. That would be so cool. And that's a new portal. That's the one I was just yelling about. This one's definitely new. But yeah, anyway, maybe I'll end up adding that. Another portal! Anyway, I'll meet you guys back at the base. We can get all this cooking, plus the stuff I got last time, and hopefully that'll be enough for a big addition to the back part of our base. By the way, I've passed so many cows. There's 4 right here. Oh, looks like 5. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, that's not a big deal to me anymore. Oh god! It's a freaking ravine here. Oh, it's part of the river. Yeah, I don't want to jump into that, thank you. I mean, the fat can still be nice, that's for sure. I don't have a super high demand for it right now, but I can see that changing very soon, and then I'll regret it. But that's a later me issue. Anyway, back to the base. Another portal! Back to the base. And we're back. It's still raining, unfortunately. It has been for like the past week. I've been ready to burn this down. Do you see that? There's like a bunch of stuff falling off the leaves. That's kind of cool. But anyway, as soon as it stops raining here, we are setting that on fire. But what we gotta go do right now is I gotta turn all this into bricks. Then we gotta turn it into white bricks. Oh man, I just saw lightning hit that. No fire though. Probably because of the rain. Okay, that's all the bricks that we got. That is a lot. And it should definitely make quite a bit of white bricks. So let's get them down and let's get it cooking. There's 1 and there's 2. Alright, in a couple of days we'll have 2 more kilns worth. And I got this much more to cook. So what I gotta go do now is I need to go get a whole bunch of lime. So I'll grab a bunch of food and then tomorrow morning we'll head out to the lime and we'll get a crap ton of that. And we'll get a crap ton of lime. There we go. 4 pies should be plenty. Let's sleep. And I'm up. Ooh, did it stop raining? I think it did. Finally. Okay, small detour to get in lime. We're gonna go play with fire. Please tell me that there's no rain over here. I know that the weather loves to do that, where the weather right here will be completely different than the weather right over here. But it doesn't seem to be that way. So anyway, let's light it up. We're gonna do a couple. So 1 right here should be good. There we go. It's on fire. We'll do another one right here. There we go. And we'll do 1 right here. Not to mention we'll light some of the leaves. Get another one right here. Oh, there's a shiver. And we'll do 1 right here. Okay. Let's get the shiver. Get out of here. Oh no, oh no. Okay. But anyway, this is on fire. And I guess you guys will get a quick time lapse while I run over to the lime. So see you guys in a minute. And we're here. The goal here is to get an insane amount. Every other time that I came here, I didn't really grab that much. But this time will be different. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work. See you guys in a minute. Alright, I think we're about good here. I got so much this time. Look how much that is. I'm gonna throw that into the auto quern immediately, and we shouldn't have to come back here for at least 1 to 2 videos. It is nighttime right now. However, I'm not too afraid of the dark. I think we'll be fine. Since it's not freezing, I don't see it as that big of an issue. So anyway, I'm gonna attempt to run back to the base. I remember when this distance used to look so far away, but we're up here and my base is down here. And honestly, that really isn't that bad anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna head to the base. I'll see you then. And we're back! Okay, first thing that we need to get done is we need to throw all this into the quern. By the way, one of you had a tip that I need to try out. We'll be doing that right now. So I grabbed some dirt, and you said that apparently I can block this up like this. And we'll even do this, okay? I want to make sure that we get it all. So now that I have it all blocked up but one direction, apparently all of it should go into this chest. So let's see. We took it all out. I'm gonna throw 12 into there. I think that means that we should get 24, if I'm correct. Doesn't it grind into 2 each? So we're gonna leave that for a bit and see how that goes, because that could be really cool. Because I have this, I think I'm gonna leave it as is. But in the future, when I go and make these, I would definitely do this. It would save me some copper and chests. So we got one in there so far. All right, let's leave it. We'll come back to it. So for now, it can just go into here, but I'll be removing that very soon. Some of the rye is definitely done, but it took heat damage. And so did this. Yeah, we'll collect that in a bit. Soon we're gonna be able to make terra preta. We're getting there. Oh yeah, I did have some flour up here, so we're gonna empty a lot of this. We shall empty all this and this, not to mention this. How's it doing? 5. Remember, 12 to 24, at least 12. That would be fine. Yeah, lots of flour, that's for sure. Lots of charcoal powder, even more flour, lots of bone meal, and a little bit of lime. I'm gonna need my own separate box for this. I actually do need my own separate box for this. Okay, let's grab all this. You know, I could just make some now. Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna get rid of the flour first. That was all of it, and this should be pretty simple. Let's get this all in. Craft. There's 22. There went all my compost. Okay, we have too much of the powder now, so we're having compost problems. Well, for now, I'm just gonna throw it into here. Yeah, and we're gonna have to use that strategically. We'll be harvesting the berries very soon, and I think I'm just gonna let it turn into compost. Maybe same thing with the fruit. Oh yeah, you guys got to watch this. I did not, at least as of right now. And I do notice all that stuff floating. I wish that would go away, but that's not the case. We're gonna come back. We're gonna be removing that top half that I cut, so from right there and up. And then we're gonna have to do some more tests. I'm wondering if it's a quantity thing, like I had too many trees here, or if it's just strictly a height thing. So what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna make just one really tall tree and see if that works. I kind of doubt that's the case, but we'll try it. But that's a later issue. Would still be cool to know though. By the way, you guys had a really cool idea that I'm probably gonna do. See how we have all these floating rods? You guys had the idea of making them into like hot air balloons, and I think that could be really cool. It would add a little bit to our sky, and I do like that idea a lot. I might have to come up with an idea very soon and try to get that implemented. It would look a lot better than that. That's for sure. However, the one main issue would be is colors. I don't know what colors I could use for it. I mean, we're kind of far away. Maybe cobblestone would work. You wouldn't be able to tell it's cobblestone from here. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. But anyway, we got 12 here. Do I see any on the sides? Right now I don't. Only the dirt that I just picked up. I think maybe it is just 1-to-1. Hold on, we'll grab some more. Let's see. We'll just drop one in and we'll see how much that gets me. And we'll see how much that gets me. Okay, it's done. I saw a shoot out to here. 1. Any in the other ones? No, so it is just 1-to-1. So that totally did work. That is good to know. But let's drop these in. Do you hear that? It's got like a little chime. It's coming directly from this. I never noticed that. It sounds like my health hammers all going at the same time, but it's coming from this. But anyway, we got a whole bunch of lime coming. We're going to be using a ton of that, and then as soon as this gets emptied, I'm going to add a ton more. The goal is to get that all into limestone. Get that back in there. I'll take the lime. I also had some lime in here. I think we got to cook it. I'll never remember the recipe. Yep, we got to cook it. So let's pick these up, and we're going to throw down some more fire pits. Get all these up. Doesn't it need to be charcoal? I think it does. Okay, let's split that up into 5. We'll get each of these in. We'll throw a little bit of charcoal behind it. Trying to get this cooked pretty quickly. And let's get it lit. There we go. And while that's going, I'm gonna do some basic housework. Gotta throw my pots back. I gotta get these somewhere. So for now, we'll go right here. I need a permanent place for these. There will be one in the new base. You know, something I do want to try. There's a scythe. Let me collect some rye with this. Oh, yeah. Wait, what if I do it there? Nope. That's pretty nice. I've never done that, but I should be doing that. Oh, wait. I don't want... No! Oh, I got cabbage seeds. Wait, I got 3 from that? Huh? Very weird. I don't know what that's about. Hey, I'll take it. Let's get rid of all this. We'll go do a bit out here, too. Gotta make sure it doesn't cut down the flax though. Actually, this is super nice. I'm surprised I never did this. Some of the flax is done, but not all of it, so we're gonna let it sit. I hate harvesting it until it's all done. Like, look at that one. It'll be done later. Very soon. Oh yeah, look at all that rye. I think my Terra Preta is gonna go in here, by the way. That'll be the first installment of it. I have a feeling I'm only gonna be able to do part of it, but whatever. We'll try to get it all. Let's get the grains in here. Get that filled up. Take the rot. I need the rot. And I'm gonna be harvesting all the berries. I think the main plan is to turn into rot. I would do pies, however, they don't last that long. That's the issue with it. You know, there is recipes for it now, right? Hold on. Because I do have that expanded foods. Can make pemmican. What is that? Ooh, a mixing bowl. Okay, that's food for animals. Interesting. A fruit bar. I assume that would last quite a while. Another mixing bowl. Is it eaten by animals again? Yeah, we'll get into that later. Ooh, I can dry cranberries? Okay, that could be worth it. So that gives 50, and this gives 60, so it's not even that worse, but I assume it makes it last a lot longer. That could be cool, but I'm gonna say it. But that sounds a little bit cheesy, I'm not gonna lie. Depending on how long it lasts. But if it makes it last a couple months, that's crazy. I'll have to try some. My goal with this mod is to just have some variety. But I don't want to do anything that's that crazy. However, I don't think it's that big of a deal right now for me anyway. It's not like I'm having any food issues whatsoever. We are pretty much set on food forever. If I wanted to, I could just live off of bread. That doesn't mean I won't make some cool foods though. And the plan at some point, if I can, is to make cheese. I know some of you guys wanted me to do it, and if I can make that happen, I will. However, I don't expect much from it. I don't know all that much about cheese, but from what I do know about it, it kind of seems not worth it. Oh, where'd my knife go? Interesting. Yeah, I actually don't know where my knife went. It vanished, and that's kind of an issue. On there, I was kind of expecting it to be in there. On there, or there. I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in a while. Let's come in here. Wait, I only have one flint. That's kind of funny. Crap, I need something else. We'll take one of these stones, throw it down, make a blade. Oh, this is so nostalgic. I haven't had to do this forever. Look at me. Grab one stick, make a blade. There we go. How's this doing, by the way? Oh, it's done. Yep, grab all the lime. There we go. Okay, cut up the pies. Wait, doesn't even take durability? Huh, that's cool, I guess. Okay, before I start doing anything else, let's collect the rest of the berries. I don't want to get sidetracked and forget that I did this. I need that rot. Also, I just want to try out that mod I downloaded for the Fruitpress. I doubt I'm going to really use it. But I figured, hey, for the people that do actually go into wine and stuff like that, making juice, that would be very useful. But anyway, I'm going to get back to this, and I shall see you in a minute. Okay, that's all the berries. We got plenty. I am going to go try out the Fruitpress, but I think most of it is getting sent to the rot barrels. Man, I haven't used this thing forever. Let's throw a bunch in there and then press it. Ideally, I shouldn't have to press it multiple times. That is what the mod is supposed to do. It should just get it all. Oh my, it worked. Look at that. 10 fruit pressed and a full bucket. That is actually really cool. I'll just put it in there. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do more of that. Each one of these berries is rot. That is so much rot if I can get it all done. How could I not do that? For now, we're just going to throw it all into here. And there we go. In a little while, we'll have a ton. And screw it, I'm going to go feed this to somebody. Can chickens eat it? I can't put it in there. Okay, the pigs it is. Hey, pigs. Oh. Hey, cows. I guess you get it. I wonder if they can eat it. Hey, will you eat this? I hope so, because that's what you're getting. Alright, we got that under control. Now I gotta go make some order. So I believe 82. Screw it, we'll round it to 80. That should be about 20 water. So let's start doing that. Here's a bucket. 10, 20. Throw that in. Oh crap, I can't do that, can I? Because I can't hold that much sand. Well, I have the sand required. Hold on. Let's see, can I do it? No. Okay. Oh, compost. Thank you. And thank you. Let's start emptying that out into this. Oop, hold on. Get it in there. We can do 64. So we'll just do 60 because that makes it easy. Oh, 50 it is. Okay, there we go. 400. And this is 20. Let's just pour that back in. So 30. Drop that in. 240. Yeah, that's pretty big. All right, so what I'm going to do for a while is I'm going to get to work on that. But To do that, I'm gonna go do some quarrying. We need a bunch of granite. Of course I got this, but that's not gonna give me as much as I need. Think about what we just did over there. Ooh. I think I just saw that hit that. That is cool. Yeah, but think about what we just did over there. We're gonna need like 4 times the amount. Well, maybe not 4, but we still need a lot, okay? It needs to go all the way up to that right there. And this wasn't even done. We still want to add some nice decoration to it. Maybe some more chiseling. Maybe some more slates. Yeah, lots to do. I still think that's the winner right there. I'm going to be doing that. And I wonder if there's any other blocks that mix with this. So if you know, please let me know. Like gravel, I feel like wouldn't work. Maybe cobblestone? That could potentially work. Oh, the polished blocks. I didn't even think about that. Maybe that would work. Oh yeah, the dry stone. That's aged, but that's not dry stone. But the dry stone, you guys recommended that was... Oh, did you see that? I just saw lightning hit like right there. I bet it was in the water. I hope it was. I don't see any fire. But you guys were recommending that I use the fanned cobblestone for this, and I think that could look super cool. This needs to be removed completely. It just looks so off in here. So it shall be removed. And you guys also wanted me to use some torch holders for in here, and I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. So expect that. Okay, I just saw lightning hit there. You know how lightning is attracted to metal? Do you think they're attracted to all these lanterns? That could be so possible. Who knows? But anyway, I'm gonna go do some quarrying. Then we'll do a bunch more work on that base. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So welcome back everybody. I have to report something. I forgot to record that. I added a whole nother layer on the top and I forgot to record it, and I'd like to say my bad. But I think this is turning out super cool. Not exactly what I intended. Definitely not even close to being done. The inside just looks terrible, but it has so much potential. By the way, something that I did do was that I covered this up when I added this little balcony piece. But I figured I could keep this This can be a door. And obviously we have windows. And this can be some sort of office. I was thinking that. And yes, we need an office. Why wouldn't we? We gotta get important things done. By the way, look at it on the map. It looks so cool. Yeah, this is as much as I can get done today. Has taken a crazy amount of work. And man, it needs so much more. Definitely needs some more coloring, more chiseling. I want to add some side sections that will probably come out to like right here. And it'll have like a roof like that, but it goes slanted down onto it. So a lot of this is going to get covered up, unfortunately. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. I'm not sure. Right here, it has no chiseling, but I'm thinking about making that as a door. So that'll be one of the entryways into this room. Because this is going to be one big room here. And a lot of it's just going to be staircases that go up to the next floor. And then this floor will be another room. Probably about this thick to that window. And there'll be some sort of like bedroom on the sides here. The rest of it is going to be one big open main room. With more balconies going down the side. A really intricate doorway. Probably our smithing station. I think it would be awesome to have this giant smithy. The biggest smithy to ever be in Vintage Story. I don't know. Work in progress. We'll figure things out. I obviously need a roof. We're going to have buildings on our roof. And on top of that, you got to remember, I wanted some sort of tower on top of this. So while there is a staircase, and I do want a little area that I can walk around, we're going to have a big tower sitting right here too that goes far up. Probably not that high, but pretty high. And man, we're not even close. Yeah, I barely did anything to this side, by the way. I didn't even chisel it. No creamy bricks, nothing. I'll deal with that some other day. But holy crap, we did so much today. This was the hard part. I think. I hope so. It was just so much resources. Partway through, I even had to go get some more blue clay. I missed a block. Yeah, but I had to go get some more blue clay as well. But we did it. The next time that we get on, I definitely want to get these side pieces and at least fill in the roof. Maybe just get a basic floor down there. Oh god, no, I'm so dead. Oh man. By the way, I've been falling this entire time, never from that high. But that's why I have heels on me, is because I've been just healing through it. And yeah, it definitely worked out. We're probably going to need some great big windows up there too, since we're having two little side wings attached to it. I don't know how that's going to work out. Maybe I only make it like this tall, and then I have windows up there. I'm not sure. Alternatively, the side that faces this way could be one massive window, like the biggest window ever. That could work out. I really have no idea. We're just winging it. I'm going so far from the plan now, and it looks super awkward right now because it looks like a completely different building than this. We're basically building a castle on the back of our throne room. That is awesome. But anyway, guys, I've spent too much time on this today, and we gotta call it here. So that being said, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next time.